We ourselves feel that what we are doing is just a drop in the ocean, but the ocean would be less because of that missing drop. This metaphor was used by Mother Teresa in the year 2000 to explain to humanity the importance of carrying out daily efforts to make this world a better place. I'll explain you why I agree with her. When I was 8 years old, I was sitting in my grandmother's living room when I saw this picture. I don't know why, but I instantly fell in love with it. Maybe because I was amazed by the commitment of that white doctor who was prescribing medicine. Or maybe because the goodness of his actions made me want to be just like him. I asked my grandmother about the story behind that image. She explained that when this white man was 20 years old, while studying medicine, he went to Africa to help poor people. What I didn't know until then was that this young man was my father. Since then, I dreamt about following his footsteps. This is me now. I'm 21 years old, I'm not a doctor, and I've never been in Africa. In contrast, I'm in my third year of journalism and digital communication, and right now I'm studying in England. What has happened? Well, when I was 8, I didn't realize how bad I was going to be at math, physics, and chemistry. 2 years ago, I had already assumed that I was not going to become a doctor. But I knew there were people out there that needed to be helped, and I wanted to change their lives. As I didn't know how to, I asked my father what could I do. And he told me something I will never forget. He said, "Elena, if your dream is to help others, you don't need to be a doctor or to go to Africa. You can start right here and right now." And that's how I became a hospital clown, which is a kind of actor who dresses up as a clown and does performances at the hospital rooms of ill children. This Christmas, my dad told me about a project he had in mind, based on assembling a missionary group to collect money to build a school in the Congo. The Democratic Republic of Congo was classified in 2011 by the United Nations Organization as the poorest country economically in the world. Although the school he wanted to reform had no windows or doors and only 2 toilets for 360 people, the idea surprised me at first, because I couldn't imagine these children being so poor and wearing such white uniforms. I asked my dad what was that, and his answer froze me. Dressing their children as everyone else is the only way the parents have to hide their poverty, he said. I didn't, but I'm sure some of you wore uniforms during your years of school, and I bet none or very few of you did it to hide your social class. That's why we should change this. Our aim is to promote education in the Congo, and we want to start by giving these children a proper education in a proper place. It's not been an easy goal to achieve. There are hundreds of non-profit organizations in Spain with a similar purpose, and we are just 2 people who believe their drops can make a real change in the world. What I want you to take from this story is that maybe you don't have the means or the desire to go to Africa, and maybe you don't have the time to become a volunteer and join our missionary group. But there are so many other actions you can take to improve the lives of these children who live in very dire straits. Sharing the posts of our Facebook page on your wall, it's probably the smallest action you can make, but it's still a great contribution to the cause. Other way of helping is donating some money for our project, which you can even do through the internet by going to our website with no need to move from your couch. I know that many of you may be bored of doing charitable actions, giving money to projects from which you never see the results. But I promise you that as soon as we can, we will post pictures of how the reform of the school is taking place, and you'll be able to see the harvest of your contribution. I'm sure that one day, when I graduate, I will go to Africa and help people similar to those I saw in that picture when I was 8. And maybe my career as a journalist will mean nothing there, but I know that my desire to make this world a better place will help me to find a way to contribute and make my dream come true. Because as Mother Teresa suggested, sometimes we feel that the good actions we do are insignificant, but the truth is that our drop makes a great difference when joined with the rest of drops of other individuals. Because an ocean, a lake, or even a puddle are not just masses of water, but embraced clusters of drops seeking the same end.